Hey YouTube, what is up? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm joined by vampire, zombie, baby, possibly one of the two, and my trusty katana. Yeah, I'm wearing a Kill Bill outfit for anybody who doesn't know, because for some reason my generation and below seems to not know what Kill Bill is. I don't know what's going on. We gotta get it together. That film was a classic. Now, will it be weird watching me, or previously watching me if you've been keeping up with my videos for this month, keeping the theme of Halloween, new videos every Friday. Will it be weird watching me do this matchup, choose your winner style videos in another Halloween costume? Yeah, probably. It's a little cringy, maybe not, I don't know. I'll leave that up to you, but I'm gonna stick to doing what I say, continue to make these videos in Halloween costumes for the Halloween theme and the Halloween spirit, just to get in the mood, you feel me? So let's keep the vibe and the tradition going. We're gonna hop into this video and figure out what is the ultimate horror movie. Let's get into it. Pretty much we're gonna be doing this video by figuring out what's the ultimate horror movie. Again, remember, this is opinion based. Feel free to let me know if you disagree or agree with anything I have to say in the video in the comments down below. But pretty much the way we're gonna do this is, this jacket, I'm sorry to cut myself off, but this jacket makes my head look humongous. Like, I don't know if it's just the camera. Nah, I can't be the camera. Like, the jacket's like somewhat small. My head looks big. I don't know what's going on, but back into it. Pretty much we're gonna be doing this by this is opinion based. So again, if you disagree with me, let me know. If you agree with me, let me know. I'm gonna be going based off of, I don't want to like put it on like iconicness, but I guess how iconic the movie is, the horror elements, the horror cliches, how good the movie is, things like that, to kind of figure out what is the ultimate horror movie, in my opinion, I guess, based on the list provided. Army of Darkness or Haunting in Connecticut. Okay, so based off of the better horror movie, Army of Darkness is a classic, and it's like a good campy Halloween movie. The Haunting of Connecticut, I honestly don't remember a single thing about it, but I know I watched it and I know it's like beloved. And I don't know what's going on with this poster right there right now. So like, I kind of can't say, but if I was gonna go with the Haunting in Connecticut, but I can't say because I haven't seen it, so like I might get some flack for this. I'm gonna pick Army of Darkness because at least I've seen that. I don't agree, but that's the choice I'm gonna go with for the video. The Purge or Species. My brain is a bit fuzzy on Species, but I also still feel like The Purge is the winner. Right? I don't know. I'm gonna go with The Purge just because I know about The Purge. You feel me? Phantasm or Aliens. Now, Phantasm might be too old for me. I think that's another one where it's like I can't really speak on that. So I'm sorry. I'm gonna go Aliens. Also a classic. They're both classics. So It Chapter 2. This is the newer It, but I don't think I'm in It Chapter 2, the first one, so obviously yeah. And then Last House poster. I'm slacking right now because I have no idea what the Last House is. I said Last House poster. I don't know what the Last House is. Wait, the Last House on the left. Oh, okay, I know what that is, but they remade this. Oh, this goddamn jacket. Yeah, I'm going back. I think for the last Halloween video, I'm going back to the Ben 10 jacket. These latexy, tight, shower curtain feeling yellow Halloween costumes is not working for me. I'm sorry to say. Okay, so Last House on the left, I've seen those, but I've seen the remakes. This looks like the original. And then It Chapter 2. I'm gonna go with It Chapter 2 because I've not seen the original with the Last House on the left. But the other ones are crazy. But I'm still giving it to It Chapter 2 if it was the other ones, just because It Chapter 2 is phenomenal. The Crazies or Hostel. Okay, I've seen both of these. I'm gonna go with Hostel because I rewatched The Crazies and I was a little disappointed. It wasn't as good as I remember, but Product of its time, I guess. So I still got it. Halloween 2007 or The Bride of Frankenstein. OG. 1935 is absolutely insane. Better horror movie. I haven't seen The Bride of Frankenstein, and I'm not a big fan of Halloween 2007. So both of these could go in my opinion, but for now we're just gonna go Halloween 07. I'm not really a fan of that one. Pan's Labyrinth or Insidious. Horror wise, Insidious got it. Pan's Labyrinth is creepy. I've yet to like watch that movie in its entirety. There's just like a few movies where I wish I just dropped the English dub so I could just watch it. Unfortunately, that's not the case. Or maybe it's the case and I'm just slacking. I don't know. But Pan's Labyrinth is creepy. But Insidious as a horror, I said Insidious. Insidious as a horror movie takes the cake. The Invisible Man 2022 or When a Stranger Calls OG. I feel like I'm giving some of these the win because obviously I haven't seen them, but like also that poster's fire though for when a stranger calls the original. That's tough. I'm giving them some of the wins because like I feel like, oh, it's an old movie, so it's not scary. But you have to think at the time when some of these movies came out, these were like the shits. These was like shivering people's timbers. You feel me? But again, I never seen the original, so I gotta go with The Invisible Man 2020. They gotta match old stuff with old stuff. I think they should do. The Conjuring 2, Wes Craven's A New Nightmare. Okay, I've seen both of these. I think Wes Craven's A New Nightmare. That's the one I was talking about, where like they know it's a movie. A better horror movie. I'm gonna go with Wes Craven's A New Nightmare. I almost went with it. The Conjuring 2 was tough though. That one got the crooked man in it. Nah, Freddy takes this one. I'm sorry. Freddy got it. House of Wax, OG. See, I've seen House of Wax, but the OG from 1953 is insane. Or The Faculty. Faculty's high on my list for my favorite movies ever. I gotta go with The Faculty. There's no questions asked. Tucker and Dale versus Evil. I haven't watched that in a long ass time. Wasn't it like more of a comedy, right? And then a Collector. I'm going with The Collector because I think Tucker and Dale versus Evil is more of a comedy. The Collector's that dude's a problem. I recommend that movie if you haven't saw it. I want to say like I'll beat his ass if he ever put me in some type of crazy situation, but like this is a horror movie and he got hands. Like I don't know what type of time he's on, but he's on it. The Collector got it. Black Christmas. I've seen Black Christmas, but like 1974, I've not seen. Or Dawn of the Dead. And that looks like the Dawn of the Dead, the classic. So technically, I've never seen either of these. Okay, let's take a guess. If this movie doesn't make your skin crawl, it's on too tight. That's a crazy tagline, or whatever you want to call it. And then Dawn of the Dead says, when there's no more room in hell, the dead will walk the earth. Yo, who cooked with that? That joint is tough. Hold on. Let me get into my acting bag. When there's no more room in hell, the dead will walk the earth. Hold on, I just pulled out my Lawrence Fishburne right there. Yo, that is a... Nah, they got it just for that. That's a tough tagline. And there's more? First there was The Night of the Living Dead. Now, George A. Romero's Dawn of the Dead. Now, that one didn't hit the same, but that's still just as tough, low key. Like there's some confidence in like, yeah, like Dawn of the Dead got it. That joint was tough alone. But I think it's the fact that it's zombies, and then you got like, I think it was a bottle film as far as I know, and then you got Black Christmas. As many times as they remade Black Christmas, I don't think it was good in my opinion. So I think it's Dawn of the Dead. And that's gonna be stuck in my head though. That was tough. Stephen King's The Dead Zone. How have I never heard of this? Or Invasion of the Body Snatchers. When Invasion of the Body Snatchers came out, that was like the shit as far as I'm concerned. Like that was that new, but like I don't know how to explain it, but it was the shit when it came out. I know that. I've never heard of The Dead Zone by Stephen King. I might have to look into that because I'm a fan of Stephen King. Invasion of the Body Snatchers got it. It's a creepy concept alone anyways. From Dusk Till Dawn or Final Destination. These are both classics, and they're both very different tonally and like the vibes. I feel like as far as horror movies, I feel like From Dusk Till Dawn is more like crime, little bit of I don't say thriller. I don't know, it's very unique. Whereas Final Destination, that's a pretty strong horror concept. I'm gonna go Final Destination 09, the OG. Is that the OG? Hold on, 09 is not the OG. Either way, I'll give it the win. Urban Legend or Lies Beneath. Okay. I don't know which urban legend that is. I think I've seen the first one. I don't recognize that cast as being from the first film. But What Lies Beneath, I'm gonna give it to him for that poster because that's one of the posters that used to scare me as a kid. And now I think I need to add that to my watch list for Halloween because like, what is that even about? I gotta do my research now. Yeah, I'm gonna go with What Lies Beneath. The poster guy is like mysterious. Wolf Creek or Creep Show. I don't know what Wolf Creek is, so I'm gonna go with Creep Show. Yo, this leather sounds crazy, yo. Like before we continue, I'm committed to this YouTube thing. Like, I know I'll be slacking. I'll be taking long ass breaks, and then I come back and I take more long breaks. But I'm really like doing, like, look at my setup. I have a baby zombie vampire with his arms up. I borrowed this katana from my brother. We got a skull holding a lamp. Then we got like a candle within like a cage. And then we got a pumpkin. Then I got this sticky Kill Bill sprayed with fake blood for a photo shoot that's probably gonna come out fire. That photo shoot's probably come out fire. But like, it's tight, and just listen to it. I'm committed. Please just give me a thumbs up and leave a comment if you could. Even share the video. Something. One of the few. Back to the video. Okay, we got the Fog OG. See, I never watched the OG Fog. Or Jeepers Creepers, the first one. The Fog is a tough, like, concept though. But so is Jeepers Creepers, but the Fog concept is better. But movie-wise, I have to go with Jeepers Creepers because I haven't seen the Fog. Okay, we got Psycho and Freddy vs. Jason. You might be surprised by my answer. I recently did watch Psycho. Okay? And of course I've seen Freddy vs. Jason. I kind of grew up. That joint came out in 2003. I was a baby by then. What the heck? Okay. Either way, I watched it multiple times. The movie's not really that good. Entertaining, I guess, to see them interact. But Psycho is so like legendary, and it has more of those like classic horror vibes. So I'm gonna give it to Psycho as the better horror movie. Hellraiser, or The Thing, the OG Thing, 1982. This is kind of tough. I feel like they're kind of like on equal playing fields, if that makes any sense. First off, The Thing's poster is iconic, and I love aliens. But Hellraiser is like a gross you out type of movie. This is kind of tough. Hellraiser or The Thing? Hellraiser or The Thing? The Thing or Hellraiser? And the thing is, I'm not really. That's funny. The thing is, I'm not really the biggest fan of. Not that they were bad, but they just weren't for me. Some of the Hellraiser movies. I'm gonna go with The Thing. Nah, I feel like I'm kind of picking the wrong choice, but I'm gonna just go with it. Alright, we got The Woman in Black. Yo, I remember when The Woman in Black came out, they were like, they're kind of gassing it. They're like, oh, it's the scariest movie ever. It's so scary. And like, I don't think I've fully completely watched it, or Nightmare on Elm Street. Oh, that's the first one. Okay. 1984, Nightmare on Elm Street. Right, that's the first one. I think, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the first one. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's the first one. I'm gonna go with Nightmare on Elm Street. Stupid letter. Darkness Falls. I have no idea what that is. Or the Ouija Origin of Evil. Now, if that was the first one, I would have just gave it to Darkness Falls just because that first one was trash. But Ouija Origin of Evil, that's the good movie. I mess with that one. So I'm gonna go with Ouija 2. Okay, we got 28 Weeks Later, or Crimson Peak. Better horror movie. I'm gonna go with 28 Weeks Later because I feel like Crimson Peak is like, I wouldn't consider it horror movie. I mean, yeah, in a way, but like, it doesn't have like those horror vibes in my opinion. So I'm gonna go 28 Weeks Later. The Village, or Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Dream Warriors. Now, I kind of do remember Dream Warriors. I don't think that's like, that one's like, It's like entertaining, I guess. I don't know what The Village is. M. Night Shyamalan's The Village? What? M. Night Shyamalan? I kind of want to give it to that because I feel like that's, at least has a decent concept, a twist. But I can't because I've never seen it. At least I don't think I did, but now that M. Night Shyamalan, I feel like I've seen it. It sounds familiar. I'm gonna give it to Freddy. Thinner, iconic poster, or Arachnophobia. Ooh. I'm gonna give it to Arachnophobia just because that's playing on people's real fear, which is spiders. Low key, if bugs really wanted to team up against everybody in the world, we'd be done. We'd be cooked. So that's scary. And then just the fact in the movie is just spiders alone. It's crazy. Thinner is like a cool like concept type film. Like think of like a episode of The Twilight Zone, but like extended into a movie. Cool movie. But I'm gonna give it to Arachnophobia. Midsummer, just watched that the other day. Or the Ginger Snaps. I never watched Ginger Snaps. I'm pretty sure that's a werewolf related. I'm gonna give it to Midsummer because Midsummer plays off of a cult, a which is very possible, very creepy. And again, I've never seen Ginger Snaps, so I made something out of it. Whatever happened to Baby June? Sounds familiar, never saw it. Halloween 2018. Halloween got it because I never saw that other movie. Also, Halloween 2018 is pretty good. House on Haunted Hill. It looks old and classic. I don't think I've ever saw it. Or As Above, So Below. It's a fire movie. I remember my teacher first put us on. We was learning about Dante's Inferno in school or something like that. And like As Above, So Below is like kind of similar related to the story. So that's why we watched it in school. Anyways, I recommend the movie. It's one of those like recording handheld type movies. If you don't mess with those, you probably would like it. But even if you don't like this type of movie, I would give this a chance. Very interesting concept, very creepy, very good on the first watch. So I'm gonna go with As Above, So Below. Sleepy Hollow or Lost Boys. Ooh, this is a good matchup, but I'm not gonna drag it. Lost Boys got it. I feel like neither of these are scary. They got like the creepy elements. They both definitely give Halloween vibes. Lost Boys got it. 30 Days of Night. I almost said I don't know what that is. Okay. I know exactly what that is. And then Let Me In. Okay, we got two vampire movies. 30 Days of Night. I feel like I watched that recently too, and I was a little bit like, dang, I don't remember this being like this. Like, I remember it being a lot better. Good movie still. But like, Let Me In. Let Me In will always give me like a, I don't know, like I'm actually there and I'm like in a corner. I'm like, yo, this shit is weird. Like, I'm getting weird ass vibes from this movie. And it's like so like, the tone of it is so like, I'm not explaining, but like, you hear the motion in my jacket, that very annoying sound. Yeah, it sits with you, you sit with it. Very weird vibe, creepy. I don't know, something about it feels very real. So I'm gonna say Let Me In. Great movie, I recommend it. Killer Clowns from Outer Space. The Return of the Living Dead. I've never seen The Return of the Living Dead, so I'm gonna go with Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Nosferatu 1922 is insane. Or Village of the Damned. Now, Village of the Damned, that sounds familiar. Ooh, we got another tagline. Beware the stare. That will paralyze the will of the world. Okay. Cool. I know more about Nosferatu, so I'm gonna go with that. Alright, we got Rosemary's Baby. I just watched that the other day for the first time. A couple movies recently have basically scammed the hell out of Rosemary's Babies. I feel like that content's been done so many times, I don't even know that's what, like, they originally came from Rosemary's Baby, I think, right? And then you got Cabin Fever. I think Cabin Fever is the one where, like, they go to the cabin and they get sick, right? I think, if I remember. Either way, Rosemary's Baby is creepy. It's a messed up movie, but also a classic. So I'm gonna go with Rosemary's Baby. Misery, Final Destination. Okay, this is the original Final Destination, right? Yeah, okay. I love both of these movies, but I'm gonna go with Final Destination. Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, underrated movie. I don't know why they didn't do a part 2 by now, or part 3. They should have, with all the books they had, they could have been caught up on. I don't know what they're doing. They slacking. Getting fake blood on my hands and on my desk. Cool. For us, these are both like pretty creepy, but there's like a clear winner as far as like quality, story, and all that type of stuff. Originality, I guess you could say. I'm gonna go with Us, but Scary Stories to Tell in Dark is very underrated, and I recommend it. Alright, we got The Others, or Stir of Echoes. I never watched Stir of Echoes, or like I did, but like I didn't really pay much attention to it. The Others is a great concept, great twist, enjoyable watch, like mysterious watch, I should say. So I'm gonna go with The Others. An American Werewolf in London or Dracula 1931. I think I'm just to speed this up because we got a lot more to go. I'm gonna go with the American Werewolf in London because I know I haven't seen the other one. Texas Chainsaw, the OG, never seen it, or Deliverance. I'm gonna go with Texas Chainsaw. The movie must have did something because they keep getting remakes no matter how bad they are. So the original must have been good. So I'm gonna go with, as far as the whole movie, yeah. Firestarter, 1984. I didn't watch it. Final Destination 3. Let's go with Final Destination 2. The Conjuring or The Parenting. I've never saw The Parenting, so I gotta go with The Conjuring. OG Conjuring. Halloween H2O. Or The Cell. The Cell sounds familiar, but I don't think that one. Oh, The Cell with Jennifer Lopez. If this is a movie I think it is, where she goes into like a... Okay, yeah, she enters the mind of the killer, says it at the top. Yeah, so I'm gonna go with the it's very unique. That's a unique film in my opinion. I feel like people forget about it. I forgot about it. Annabelle Recreation or Hannibal. I'm going Hannibal. I don't really... I think that the second Annabelle, which is better, but like Hannibal... Hold up. Y'all getting me mixed up. Y'all put Annabelle and Hannibal together. You're messing me up. Annabelle Recreation, I'm pretty sure is the second one, which is better than the first one. But then you're going up against Hannibal. That's the better one, in my opinion. Sinners or Long Legs? I was disappointed with Long Legs. I think I watched it a whole year after it came out, and I was like, y'all was hyping it up too much. I don't see the hype. Not a bad movie, but it's like, eh. Now Sinners, that's a creepy horror movie. Sinners gonna. The Amityville Horror poster. I keep saying poster. I don't know why they put that. Or The Blob. I'm getting even to The Blob because they made so many Amityville Horror houses, whatever you want to call it. And The Blob is like iconic. Like when that came out, that was the shit. Remember? 1958 is crazy. Haven't seen it, but 10 Cloverfield Lane, good movie. Or The Birds, I'm gonna go with 10 Cloverfield Lane. Messes with your mind, good twist, keeps you guessing. Devil's Advocate or World War Z. Devil's Advocate is like not, to me, is not a horror movie. I'm gonna go with World War Z. Jacob's Ladder, ooh. Or King Kong. How was King Kong a horror movie? What? That's what they considered horror back then? I'm going with Jacob's Ladder. Creature from the Black Lagoon or Joyride. I'm gonna go with Creature from the Black Lagoon, even though I didn't see it. Joyride is cool, but I would never consider that horror. I would consider like a thriller. Nightmare on Elm Street 2 or Friday the 13th, 1980. I don't really remember Friday the 13th, 1980. I do. I don't actually. I don't want to keep giving the one to Freddy, but leave it to Freddy. Silence of the Lambs. Or Interview with the Vampire. Silence of the Lambs has more horror vibes. The Descent or Prom Night. That's the OG Prom Night. I've never seen it, so I'm gonna go with The Descent. That movie scared the crap out of me as a kid. The Fly, OG. Never seen the OG Fly. Right, this is the OG. Or Frailty. Frailty is like creepy too. That one's messed up. I'm gonna go with Frailty. I Spit on Your Grave or Friday the 13th Part 2. I've never seen Friday the 13th Part 2, so I'm gonna go with I Spit on Your Grave. Jeepers Creepers 2 or Saw. Ooh. Saw is that shit. Comparing two movies, Saw is a better horror movie. Final Destination 2. That's not the locus. That's pretty sure that's the highway one. Or The Hitcher. I've never seen The Hitcher, so Final Destination 2 got that one. The Autopsy of Jane Doe or Control Freak. That's a new movie. I'm not really too familiar with it. The Autopsy of Jane Doe is an underrated classic in my opinion, so I'm gonna go with that. Evil Dead, the OG. Another Amityville movie, so Evil Dead got it, yeah. I Know What You Did Last Summer or Jaws. Nah, if it wasn't for the fact that like Scream wasn't already a thing, and Jaws just made a bigger splash, pun intended, in horror, so I'm gonna go with Jaws. Halloween 4, never saw it, or Alien. Didn't they already put Alien on it? Or was that Aliens? Either way, I'm gonna give it to Alien. Howling, or You're Next. You're Next. I don't remember that. I watched it, but I don't remember it. I'm gonna go with The Howling. Orphan or Pumpkinhead. I don't really remember Pumpkinhead. I feel like it's really Halloween-y, but The Orphan I feel like is a better horror movie. Hell House, don't know what that is. And Gremlins. Gremlins is doing it. Which I feel like is not really a horror movie, but it's on the list. Frankenstein 1931 is freaking insane. Or the OG Stephen King's Pet Sematary guy. The thing is, like, some of these just have like a feel for like, yeah, like this is horror. Like, you know what I'm saying? Wreck, as in record. I feel like I watched this so long ago. I don't remember a single thing. On My Bloody Valentine. I'm gonna go with Wreck. I'm just gonna pick it just cause. No reason. I Am Legend. I feel like that's not a horror. I mean, yeah, kind of. Or Hellhound, Hellraiser 2. I've never seen Hellhound, so I'm gonna go with Hellraiser. I mean, I'm gonna go with I Am Legend. Excuse me. Frighteners, not a horror movie at all. I feel like it's like horror comedy or Shaun. These are both like horror comedies. Which one's better? Probably Shaun of the Dead. Yep, that's what I'm picking. The Wicker Man, can't remember it. Hereditary. For the longest time, Hereditary was like the scariest movie to me ever. And then I rewatched it. I was like, still creepy as fuck, but not so bad. So I'm gonna go with Hereditary. Good horror movie. Mama or Insidious 2. Dang. I barely remember Insidious 2. I know the dad went crazy. Mama was creepy when I first saw it. That movie was creepy. Let's go Insidious 2. The Shallows. Or Tremors. I'm gonna go with Tremors. It's a little more classic. I'm not explaining it. got a classic vibe to it. How do I pronounce this? Suspiria? I recognize that poster. I don't think I watched it. Or what I used to call it, the VVH. The Witch. I'm gonna go with The Witch. When I first saw that, I was like, I haven't rewatched it since. It was a long movie, but like creepy. Evil Dead 2013 or Saw 2. I don't know why I'm like thinking about this. It's obviously Saw 2. Saw 2 is a better horror movie. Ghost Ship, classic in my opinion. Cat's Eye, classic. I feel like Cat's Eye, horror-wise, is like. I'm gonna give it to Ghost Ship. But Cat's Eye is a better movie. Cat's Eye is a better movie, but is it better horror movie? No. Ghost Ship is a better horror movie, but Cat's Eye is a better movie, so for the sake of it, gotta go Ghost Ship. Does Hills Have Eyes or Zombieland? I'm not really giving horror comedies the credit around here, sorry. I like Zombieland more, but The Hills Have Eyes is a better horror movie. The Train to Busan or Oculus? Okay, 2 heavy hitters. Oculus is very underrated. Train to Busan. I'm making it an Oculus. I'm sorry, I'm gonna get some hate for that. Twilight Zone the movie. Okay, I fuck with that movie. I'm going to Twilight Zone. Sorry, Friday 13th part. I forgot what moment or whatever that is. I feel stupid. But I'm going to Twilight Zone movie. Candyman or Event Horizon? Event Horizon is one of those I gotta put on my list. I never paid attention to it as a kid, so Candyman. Candyman is creepy, by the way. They Live, 1988, or The Fly. Now that Fly, I know. I'm gonna go with The Fly as far as a horror movie. The Sixth Sense or Silver Bullet. Silver Bullet's cool, but as a horror movie, The Sixth Sense, because that closet scene in that movie had me shooketh as a kid. That shit is scary. Red Dragon or Dawn of the Dead. I don't remember Red Dragon like that, so for the sake of it, Dawn of the Dead 2004 has the pick this time. Scream 2 or Terrifier 2? Not the biggest fan of Art the Clown. No, I like the character, but the movies I'm just like, yeah. And I don't remember. I don't think I watched part 2, so Scream 2. Friday the 13th or The Cube? Or just Cube? I'm gonna go with Cube. Good concept. Creepy. Keeps you hooked. Bottle film, great. Fright Night or Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. Why is that the poster? Why are they doing Breakfast Club? That's insane. I'm gonna go with Fright Night because I never watched that. Texas Chainsaw. Halloween 1978 or Friday the 13th 2009. As far as a horror movie, Halloween got it. By the way, thank you for sticking around this long into the video. I know it's a lengthy video, but we got a lot to go through. Thug it out with me, please. Nah, I'm getting tired of talking. I can't even lie. The Last House on the Left. That one looks like the newer one, so or Christine. I'm gonna go Christine. I just like the concept of it, and it's cool. It's cool. It 2017 or The Wolfman OG. I didn't see the OG Wolfman, but I think It, in my opinion, is the better horror movie. 13 Ghost OG, never seen it, or the original It. The original It. Alien 3 or The Devil's Reject. Oh, I wish I could be fair about this because I think I remember liking The Devil's Reject, but I don't remember. I deadass don't remember. So Alien 3 got it. Okay, we got Friday the 13th Part 3 and Blair Witch. I'm gonna go with the Blair Witch Project. I'm slacking on like Friday the 13th movies. I'm sorry, but like, I don't know. The People Under the Stairs, creepy, or The Stranger. Ooh, I mess with both of these movies, but The Strangers is a better horror movie. Let's be for real. Classic. The Exorcism of Emily Rose, or 1408. I like both of these, and I kind of remember one more than the other, but I know for a fact The Exorcism of Emily Rose is a better horror movie, right? I almost clicked it. I'm gonna just say it. Okay. I'm tired. Thugging it out. 28 Days Later or Night of the Living Dead? G. 28 Days Later. Resident Evil or The Mist? The Mist is a better horror movie. Resident Evil is like more action. Trick or Treat or The Shining? Oh. Horror wise, I gotta give it to The Shining. I love Trick or Treat. I'm sorry, but The Shining got it. The Grudge, Krampus. Again, I like both of these movies. So let me give it to The Grudge. Even though The Grudge was a little all over the place when I watched it. Disturbia or Scream? Again, I like both of these. But Scream. Little Shop, never seen it. Or Carrie. OG Carrie. Carrie got it. Raven, never saw it. Silent Hill, saw it and I like it. Silent Hill got it. Evil Dead 2 or Paranormal Activity. That's an iconic poster, by the way. Let's go Paranormal Activity. The House on the Haunted Hill. Which one is that? Look, I know the movie, but I didn't know that remake looks a little too modern. Oh, The Exorcist, yeah. I'm over here looking at this now. The Exorcist got it, obviously. A Quiet Place. Where the Hills Have Eyes. That's the OG? I think that's the OG. I'm gonna say A Quiet Place. Night of the Comet. Sounds familiar? Or The Ring? I know what The Ring is, so The Ring. Even though The Ring is, I was highly disappointed when I rewatched it. I was like, really? Really? Child's Play 2 or Day of the Dead? Oh, now there's a Day of the Dead? The dawn wasn't enough for them? They gotta get the day? Shit. I didn't know that. Anyways. Child's Play 2. Them or Get Out? Never saw Them. I think it's about giant ants, so I'm gonna have to Get Out. The Visit, great movie. It Follows, another great movie. Ooh, better horror movie. It Follows. The Visit is funny, even though it shouldn't be. Like, I feel like you laugh at it when you're supposed to, but when you're not supposed to. It's still great. I recommend it. It Follows is crazy. That's a crazy concept. The Babadook or Halloween 2. I'm gonna give it to The Babadook because I didn't see Halloween 2. Dead Silence. Ooh, that had me messed up as a kid with The Omen. That's the OG Omen, so I know nothing about that. I'm picking Dead Silence. The Ritual or Don't Breathe. I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with Don't Breathe. I like both of those movies though. I'm getting fake blood all over me. Children of the Corn or Texas Chainsaw. I like Texas Chainsaw better, but that's a specific one. I think that's 2006 or 3. I don't know. Sleepwalking. Don't know what that is. And Hush. I'm gonna pick Hush. We gotta speed through this a little bit. Hellraiser 3, don't know. That is Skeleton Key. Better horror movie, Skeleton Key. Drag Me to Hell, The Poltergeist. I'm gonna say Poltergeist OG. Green Room, underrated movie, creepy because it could happen. And Tales from the Crypt. I'm gonna go Green Room, sorry. House of a Thousand Corpses, a crazy title, or Vacancy. I'm gonna go Vacancy. I know what that is. Annabelle or The Haunting. Never seen The Haunting, so Annabelle. We got Poltergeist 2, The Other Side, or Wrong Turn. The Wrong Turn movies get iffy on me. I think that's the first one which people like, but they made a bunch that I couldn't keep up with, so I'm gonna go Poltergeist 2. The last Wrong Turn was good though. The most recent remake, Cabin in the Woods, classic. Bram Stoker's Dracula. Horror-wise, the music and Bram Stoker's Dracula is beautiful though. I gotta go with going with Cabin in the Woods. I feel like I made the wrong decision, but it is what it is. Okay, Cloverfield or Child's Play? Child's Play. Evil Dead Rise, Army of Darkness. Evil Dead Rise. Remember, going by like you a horror movie, feel me? The Purge or Aliens? I feel like Aliens started to get more action oriented, so I'm gonna go with The Purge. It Chapter 2 or Hostel? It Chapter 2. Halloween 07 or Insidious? Insidious. The Invisible Man 2020 or Wes Craven's The New Nightmare? I'm gonna go Wes Craven's The New Nightmare. Horror-wise, remember horror-wise, The Faculty or The Collector. I hate to do it to one of my favorite movies ever, but I gotta pick The Collector. Dawn of the Dead, Invasion of the Body Snatchers. I haven't seen either of these. These are both the OGs. But Dawn of the Dead, I think, kind of set the way for vampires and not vampires, zombies. So I gotta go with Dawn of the Dead. Final Destination 09, okay. Or What Lies Beneath. 09, Final Destination got it, because I can't remember What Lies Beneath. Creepshow, Jeepers Creepers. Jeepers Creepers. Psycho or The Thing. At a standstill. I'm gonna get some hate for this, but I'm gonna say The Thing. Nightmare on Elm Street, 1984, or The Ouija Board, Origin of Evil. I'm gonna go with the Nightmare on Elm Street. 28 Weeks Later, or Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Dream Warriors. 28 Weeks Later. Arachnophobia or Midsummer? I'm gonna go with Midsummer. Gives you a weird feeling while watching that movie. Halloween 2018 or As Above So Below. As Above So Below. Come on, we're trying to fly through these. Lost Boys and Let Me In. What's up with these vampire movies going back to back? Because I feel like the Lost Boys has like a campy feel to it a little bit, whereas Let Me In, nah, you don't get that. I'm gonna go with Let Me In. I'm trying to make quick decisions. Killer Clowns from Outer Space or Nosferatu? Nosferatu as a horror movie. Rosemary's Baby or Final Destination? Rosemary's Baby. Horror-wise, I'm not picking these off for what I like more. Us or The Others? I'm gonna go with The Others. An American Werewolf in London or Texas. I didn't see that Texas Chainsaw, so I gotta go with American Werewolf in London. Final Destination 3 of The Conjuring, going to Conjuring. The Cell or Hannibal, I'm gonna go with Hannibal. Sinister or The Blob, I never seen the OG Blob, so Sinister. 10 Cloverfield Lane or World War Z. I'm gonna go with World War Z. It's been a while since I watched it though. Jacob's Ladder or Creature from the Black Lagoon. Jacob's Ladder. A Nightmare on Elm Street 2 or Silence of the Lambs. Ooh. Silence of the Lambs. The Descent or Frailty. I'm struggling with this one. I'm gonna say Frailty because it plays on like real world stuff, and that's just creepy. I Spit on Your Grave or Saw. I'm gonna go Saw. Final Destination 2, The Autopsy of Jane Doe. I'm gonna say The Autopsy of Jane Doe. Evil Dead, OG, and Jaws. I'm gonna give it to Jaws. Again, it's a shark. No, but gotta go back. I'm gonna go Evil Dead. Sorry, Jaws. Alien, 1984, or The Howling. I'm gonna say The Howling. The Orphan or Gremlins. I'm gonna say The Orphan. Pet Sematary, OG, or Wreck. I've never seen Wreck, so I'm gonna go with Pet Sematary. Ooh, we getting close to an hour. Come on now. I Am Legend or Shaun of the Dead. I'm gonna go with I Am Legend. Hereditary or Insidious Chapter 2. I'm gonna go with Hereditary. Tremors or The Witch. I'm gonna go with The Witch. Saw 2, Ghost Ship. Saw 2. The Hills Have Eyes, Oculus. Oculus is my pick. The Twilight Zone movie or Candyman. Candyman, Creepies. The Fly or The Sixth Sense. I'm gonna go with The Fly. That might sound crazy, but Dawn of the Dead or Scream 2. Dawn of the Dead. The Cube or Fright Night. Come on, I gotta pick one. Let's go with Fright Night. Halloween, 1978, or Christine. Halloween. It. Ooh, yeah, It versus It. OG It or. Now, see, the OG It is still creepy to the day, but just because of the vibe of it and like the way it was filmed and stuff, and like that is old. There's nasty hands on the poster, but horror wise, like the original gets that classic feel, like that feeling you'll never get from like a modern day movie in horror. Alright, I'm gonna go with It, 2017. Alien 3 or The Blair Witch? The Blair Witch. Strangers or The Exorcism? Strangers. Very creepy, that can happen in real life, and I'm pretty sure it has. 28 Days Later or The Mist? My brain is more fresh on The Mist, I'm going with The Mist. The Shining or The Grudge? The Shining. Classic. Scream or Carrie? Scream. You know, Carrie's like creepy or not. We're not gonna stay on it too long. Silent Hill or Paranormal Activity? Silent Hill is crazy. Silent Hill got it. Exorcist or A Quiet Place? Exorcist. The Ring or Child's Play 2? I'm gonna go with. I will never not be disappointed in The Ring, so I'm going Child's Play 2. Get Out or It Follows? It Follows has more of that horror, you feel me? The Babadook or Dead Silence. I'm gonna go with Dead Silence. Don't Breathe or Texas Chainsaw. Texas Chainsaw. Hush or Skeleton Key. I'm gonna go Hush. Poltergeist or Green Room. I'm gonna go with the Green Room. Vacancy or Annabelle. Oh, Vacancy. Poltergeist 2 or Cabin in the Woods. I'm gonna go Cabin in the Woods. Child's Play or Evil Dead Rise. Oh, these are two bangers. Child's Play. The Purge or It Chapter 2. It Chapter 2. That one's hard though. That was a hard decision. Insidious or Wes Craven's A New Nightmare. I'm gonna go Insidious. The Collector, Dawn of the Dead. The Collector, I've never seen, never done Dawn of the Dead. Final Destination 09 or Jeepers Creepers. Jeepers Creepers. The Thing or Nightmare on Elm Street. Oh! Nightmare on Elm Street. 20 Weeks Later, Midsommar. I feel like 28 Weeks Later has more action in it, so I'm gonna go Midsommar. As Above, So Below, or Let Me In. As Above, So Below. Nosferatu, Rosemary's Baby. Never seen OG Nosferatu, so Rosemary's Baby. The Others, American Werewolf in London. I'm gonna go with The Others. It's a lot creepier. The Conjuring or Hannibal. Ooh. It's not Silence of the Lambs, it's Hannibal, so I'm gonna go with The Conjuring. Yo, look at my eyes, I look so tired. Anyways, gotta do this for the video. Lock in, lock in, lock in. Sinister or World War Z? Oh, Sinister. Jacob's Ladder or Silence of the Lambs? Silence of the Lambs. Frailty or Saw? Saw. My apologies. Excited. Zombie, Vampire Baby. The Autopsy of Jane Doe or Evil Dead. I'm gonna go with Evil Dead. I feel like every time I'm getting to the end, I'm not at the end. The Howling or The Orphan. I'm gonna go with The Orphan. Pet Cemetery, I Legend, Pet Cemetery. Hereditary, The Witch. Ooh, that's a good matchup. Hereditary. Saw 2, Oculus. Oculus. I might be crazy. Candyman or The Fly? Candyman. Dawn of the Dead. Fright Night. Dawn of the Dead. Fright Night. Dawn of the Dead. Fright Night. These are both like horror wise. Not like because they made it this far, but let's go Dawn of the Dead. Halloween OG or It? It's kind of hard. Halloween, it's a classic. The Blair Witch or Strangers? Oh, Strangers. Not easy decision, but The Mist or The Shining? Go The Shining. Scream or Silent Hill? Silent Hill. Exorcist or Child's Play 2? Exorcist. It Follows or Dead Silence? It Follows. Texas Chainsaw or Hush? Texas Chainsaw. Come on, speed this up. Come on, why is there so many left? God damn. I need the alternate answer after trying to figure out the alternate horror movie. The Green Room or Vacancy? I'm gonna say Vacancy. Cabin in the Woods or Child's Play? Oh, Child's Play. I feel like a classic movie's gonna win this. It Chapter 2 or Insidious? Chapter 2, Chapter 2, Insidious. Alright, this jacket gotta come off. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. It's making my back hurt. Give me 1 second. My bad. My back was hurting and that the sound was getting on my nerves. And I'm trying to get to the end of this video, so we're doing the rest of it like this. Alright, we got The Collector, Jeepers Creepers. I'm gonna go with Jeepers Creepers. Nightmare on Elm Street or Midsummer? Nightmare on Elm Street. As Below. As Below. Sleep. I need it. As Above, So Below. Alright, I'm gonna go with As Above, So Below. Rosemary's Baby. As Above, So Below. The Others are The Conjuring. The Conjuring. Sinister. Silence of the Lambs. Silence of the Lambs. Saw or Evil Dead? I'm going Saw. Orphan or Pet Cemetery? Dang. Dang, that's kind of hard. That's kind of a hard decision. The Orphan or Pet Cemetery OG. As far as a horror movie, I'm gonna go Pet Cemetery. He's not getting it. Oh, I didn't click it. Pet Cemetery. Is it getting harder? Hereditary or Oculus? Hereditary. I don't know, because Oculus is. I already picked. Candyman or Dawn of the Dead? Candyman. That one's pretty easy. Halloween or Strangers? Hold up. Think but don't fall asleep. I'm gonna go with. I'm going with Strangers. It's been done. I've chosen it. The Shining or Silent Hill? Going with Silent Hill. Now it's like, alright, now I'm probably getting looked at like you're picking some crazy options, but we're getting down to it. The Exorcist or It Follows? I'm gonna go with It Follows. Sorry, Exorcist. Texas Chainsaw or Vacancy? My brain ain't too fresh on that Texas Chainsaw, but I know it's a good movie, that one specifically, but I'm gonna go with Vacancy because I remember it clearly. Child's Play or Insidious? Child's Play or Insidious? Child's Play or Insidious? Child's Play or Insidious? It's gotta be... Insidious. Jeepers Creepers or Nightmare on Elm Street? Oh, why are they doing this? Well, that's the first one. I mean, the first one was good, but over Nightmare on Elm Street? Nah. Nightmare on Elm Street got that. As Above, So Below, or The Conjuring? Conjuring. Silence of the Lambs or Saw? Ooh. We have a whole debate between this. This is kind of hard. This one's a little tougher. Horror-wise, though, Cemetery or Hereditary? Hereditary. Candyman or Strangers? Oh shit. Now I'm struggling, but I'm trying to be quick, so Candyman. I'm starting to struggle now. Silent Hill or It Follows? Silent Hill or It Follows? I'm gonna go with It Follows. And some of these be like horror movies, but they got some action. Some of these be straight like horror movies. Like, yo, this is creepy. There's no way out of the situation. What's going on? Like some wild situations. Vacancy or Insidious? I'm going Insidious. I'm trying to think of all these two off like the first time I watched them and how I felt. You feel me? A Nightmare on Elm Street or The Conjuring? Dang, this is tough. But am I giving The Conjuring too much credit for it to make it this far? But also, like, am I giving A Nightmare on Elm Street too much credit just because, like, it's a classic? That's kind of like when I'm at a standstill right now. I wish I had someone here to debate with. You don't talk. You just raise your arms and smile. I'm struggling. I'm gonna go with A Nightmare on Elm Street. Silence of the Lambs or Hereditary? Hereditary. Candyman or It Follows? Candyman or It Follows? Candyman. I'm gonna say It Follows. Sorry, Candyman. Insidious or A Nightmare on Elm Street? I like how the last few that came down to it are ones that like affected me as a kid when I watched them. Insidious, yeah, that one got me. I'm gonna go with Insidious. Hereditary or It Follows? Ooh. Hereditary. Hereditary is like one of the movies that really freaked me out. Is this it? Is this the final? Like, is this it? After like basically an hour? Insidious or Hereditary? Wait, this might not be it though. Insidious. Insidious is the winner. That's it. You have made it to the conclusion. Yo, I didn't think the video was gonna be this long. I survived. I'm tired. I'm stuttering. I'm mixing my words. I almost said I'm tired, and I survived in one thing. My apologies for the video being so long, but I survived. I stayed awake. Thanks for watching or listening, whichever you decide to do. Give me a thumbs up, as in a like. Comment if you agreed or disagreed with anything I said. What do you think the ultimate horror movie is? And do you agree with the winner being Insidious? I feel like, I feel like a lot of people in the world would say Insidious, but what I say, I don't know. But I'm not mad at being the winner though. You know what I'm saying? Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. Please watch my previous Halloween videos. If you're new, feel free to subscribe or at least take a look around the channel. If you're not new, thanks for watching. Stay blessed. Have a good day. I'm out. I'm off to get some sleep. God dang, that was a long video.